Hey everyone, and welcome to the YouTube Brand Builders Virtual Summit. I'm Kopana from Kopana the Blog and the founder of TKBC Agency. The YouTube Brand Builders Virtual Summit is all about learning from amazing South African YouTubers, finding out about their experiences, and finding how we can also learn from them too. Today we're chilling with Cape Townian YouTuber and blogger, Lachelle Taylor Aldridge. Now, she is an amazing YouTuber with an amazing Instagram feed. I love it. Everything from her Instagram stories to her feed is beautifully tailored, actually. That's a nice way to put it. Now, her YouTube channel is a collection of her favorite things that include beauty, home decor, fashion, lifestyle vlogs, and occasional DIYs. She's an amazing person, and I can't wait for you guys to chat to her. She has over 268,000 views and over 3,200 subscribers. Let's welcome to the YouTube Brand Builders Virtual Summit, Lachelle Taylor Aldridge. Yes!
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I am good. It's been an amazing day. Joburg is super hot. And I think really, well, windy.
We need the rain, so it's good.
Yeah, it needs to just pour down on Cape Town and just give you guys some good blessings. We were chatting Nana off camera that I'm loving your Christmas vibes. I love the lips. I love the nails. I love everything. You're looking really good and so prepared for the new season.
Thank you. I love Christmas. My Christmas tree's up. Well, our Christmas decor is up. I'm ready for Christmas.
I think you are. One thing I really love about you, and the one thing that stands out about you is you actually get so much work done, and it just seems like you're so organized. Like, how do you even do that?
I have a bullet journal, which actually just started recently. So I started in November, but mostly I just am I don't know if you can teach someone how to be organized. I'm pretty sure you can, but it takes a little while. Like, I just schedule everything. I make sure that I have a certain amount of time to edit a video or to film a video. My bullet journals helped a lot with that. Like, I will literally write down each and every task, like respond to this person, edit this video, film that video. Like, I'm very content and I'm task driven, actually. That's it.
That's actually pretty cool. And I think that's what really comes across with your work. Now, one of the reasons that we're so excited to chat to Lachelle is that she is a worker, like I said. Her blog is amazing. Her YouTube channel is amazing. Her Instagram is amazing. And she comes across as a very, very professional YouTuber, which is something that we all need to learn from. So today, how this is going to work is we're going to start with the first 5 questions that we have for her, and then we're going to move on to her top 5 tips. Now, you can always download these tips. We're going to have a downloadable cheat sheet for you guys, and if you want the audio version, you're free to download that as well. Remember, these videos will disappear after some time, so make sure that you get a hold of it as soon as possible and share it with your friends. So let's get into the interview. So when did you first start watching YouTube, and how did you go from being a subscriber to a content creator?
I started watching YouTube in 2013, and when I say watching, I mean watching like I watch TV. Like, I'll watch YouTube when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm showering, which, much to my husband's dismay, I watch YouTube when I'm showering, when I'm taking my I just put it there. Like, it's a nice way to shower. Let's get through more content.
That is a new one.
I can't bath anymore, so I have to do something. Usually I would watch a YouTube video while I'm bathing, but now I can't. So just shower. So it kind of just filters into my daily routine. If I'm doing a task that doesn't need my full attention, then I'll just put on a YouTube video in the background, because I work from home, so it's nice to have some kind of sound happening in the house besides my breathing. And then I moved to doing, not just being a viewer and being an actual content creator on YouTube about 3 years ago. And let's just backtrack a little bit. I actually started my blog in 2011, and like every other person, started as a fashion blog. But then I very quickly realized that I'm a jeans and t-shirt person, and I also didn't have thousands of rands to spend on new clothes all the time. So, and I also really love beauty, but I never thought I had the authority to speak about it. But then I just did it, and to me, you can't write about how to blend an eyeshadow or write about how to buff in your foundation. Like those terms don't mean anything to someone who's a beginner. So I started my channel as something that, as like a source for people who are beginning to enjoy makeup or wanting to try something new, or who know absolutely nothing and they want to know the basics. So I always wanted to be something that someone who knows zero about makeup, like a 13-year-old starting to wear makeup, or maybe a 40-year-old that doesn't like wearing makeup but wants to know how to do something very simple for day to day. So yeah, I started out doing that because it just doesn't make sense to me to write about buffing in your foundation. You can't explain that in writing. So yeah, I started making videos badly, to be honest.
Please don't tell me use your webcam.
No. I at least had a camera. Like I had a real camera. I didn't have a good background. Like I think that when I started, I faced, even though like now in my mind, I'm like, how could you face away from the window and the light? But I did. I like thought more about the background than what would be lighting up my face. But we've learned since then, so that's a definite positive.
That's actually amazing. I think out of quite a few of the YouTubers that we've spoken to, you've had such a great journey already. I remember when I found you, I was like, yes, somebody with content. Because the one thing about South African YouTubers is that a lot of them have started in the past 12 to 14, 16 months. So it's, you can't really find a lot of content. But what's nice about you is that it's not just YouTube. You have, like I said, you have a beautifully curated Instagram feed. You have an amazing blog. And I love how they have such a beautiful synergy between your blog, your Instagram, your Facebook as well, and your Twitter. Everything just, you have a clear idea of what native content is, and you're so consistent. How do you actually manage to stay on top of all of those things and give them each their own life?
I mean, firstly, thanks. That's a huge compliment, because I don't have my hand on everything. I'm consistent in some things, but like for instance, Facebook could care less. Like I know it's bad and I should care, but I just don't. And Twitter, I don't feel like I have enough like original, interesting thoughts every day to tweet like 50.
I feel like that.
I just don't have them.
I feel like that too. I'm just like, how do people come up with all this witty stuff?
Like I don't know if my brain just isn't there, or like, but I just don't tweet often enough. It's not the first thing that comes to mind. But I've actually changed my style on my Instagram, my videos. I've changed that quite often. But I think what people have come to recognize is the way I photograph things and just the way that it's presented, the consistency. But yeah, I don't know if, I actually didn't even know what native content meant initially. When I read this, I was like, oh Lord, what is it? But Google saved me. So I'm not like clued up on everything, and I'm learning. Literally, I realize this every single day. I'm still learning what I'm doing. Some of the time just do something, I'm like, oh, that's how it works. But yeah, I like a specific style. And I'm okay to move away from that style, but I think that people have come to recognize that, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think your style does stand out. And like you said, even if you didn't know what native content meant, you knew that every platform is different, and you respect it. It looks like you respect each platform for what it is there for.
Yeah. What I've realized recently, like I'm using all of my platforms to promote my content, because nobody else is going to promote it but me. So like, I think sometimes people think that's a little bit pushy or whatever, but I think that if people are following me for the sake of seeing beautiful content and seeing what I'm doing and how life is going, then I think they'll be happy to see lots of content. They'll be happy to see what I'm doing when I post it, and it's about promoting what I've created. If I think I've created beautiful content, then it's worth promoting and telling people about.
Yeah, definitely. So you recently increased the number of times that you put up YouTube videos, and I'm just like, yo, let's go. What changes did you have to make to actually make that happen? And how are you making it possible?
I basically just took things more seriously, because if I see this as something that I want to become my full-time job, that pays well and is successfully my full-time job, not just not something that fluctuates. I want something that is consistent, and it's something that I'm proud of. So I'm willing to put in more time, more effort. I'm willing to make it more professional. So if this was like, now this is my full-time job, so I can take time to film videos, or I can film every single day. Like my vlogs, because I'm at home, I have the opportunity to film my day or my week. I'm not going into an office, which makes things a bit simpler. But I mean, compared to people overseas, which is who I compare myself to, I don't compare myself to local YouTubers or bloggers, because I think that the standard is higher overseas, and I would rather compare myself to the highest standard. And the people who are uploading 7 videos like every day, there's a new video every single day. And I compare myself to that. I'm like, I mean, 2 videos, I'm slacking. But I think the current like South African market, it's like, whoa, how do you find the time? Are you constantly filming and editing? Do you have friends? But
you have a life outside of YouTube.
But like what I've seen is people who upload a new video every single day, their life doesn't seem hindered in any way. They seem like they're having a full, fun life. They're able to fit in YouTube filming, editing, like especially if it's a daily vlog, they're able to fit all of that in. Plus they're definitely having a great time. If they can do that, then I can totally do that. And then there are people like Tati who upload 5 videos a week, and they're amazing quality. I mean, they're all beauty related, but they're wonderful quality, and there's not a video that is late or that doesn't go up. It is so professional. So there's going to be a new video Monday to Friday, and you expect it. So for me, I just needed to plan a little bit better. And now that I'm doing this full time, I can put the time into it. I can plan and say from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. I'm going to film the video, and then from 3 p.m. onwards, I'm going to edit and make sure that it's ready for tomorrow. But it is possible, because last year I was working full-time, studying part-time, planning a wedding, seeing friends, serving at church. Like, it was busy. It was really, really busy, but I was still able to put out content. You just need to make it a priority in your life if it's something that you want to be successful. That's how simple it is for me. I'm just like, if I want to work, I'm going to work.
Yeah. It's a mindset. Like you said, it was a mindset. You shifted your mindset, and then from there, it started to become better. You put in more energy because you decided, I want more out of this, so I'm going to put more out of this, put more into this.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that you have a very distinct style. Like, you have a distinct look and feel for all your content, and you're very good at sticking to it. Many people are scared to stick to like one vibe or one niche. How do you manage to do it? And what is the advice that you have for people who are too scared to stick to a vibe or to stick to a look?
I think that my style is what people have come to know, like I was saying earlier. They see my photography style and the way that I edit, and they know that it's a photo of mine, which I think is a good thing. It's a good thing for people to know that is, for them to come to know a specific style that you've done. But in terms of my actual content, I've changed that up a lot this last year. Like, I'm doing more lifestyle, more vlogs, less beauty. I mean, there's more beauty on my blog, but in terms of my YouTube videos, what I put on Instagram, there's a lot more of me and my personal life, what I'm going through, and a lot less like, this is a great lipstick, which I think people appreciate. But I think people can mostly see that it's my content, which is good. So if you're wanting to stick to something specific, it works in terms of people knowing that it's you. So having a very specific style, but you can change. Like for me, I'll upload the same type of image, like a beautifully curated image, but then the caption is me. Like, it's my heart. It's what I'm thinking. It's me as a person. So they still get the personal side of things, but because Instagram ultimately is a platform for beautiful pictures and videos, and wonderfully curated content, it can be your day-to-day life, but it can still be beautiful. And your caption can be something that people are like, oh my word, I know this person. I want to follow everything she does. So you can change up what you write or what you say, but then your image can still be something that people are drawn to. I think that people are drawn to beautiful stuff, beautiful images. I'm definitely drawn to that.
You definitely have a good understanding of that. Like I look at your content and it's beautiful. And I think if you guys haven't seen her content yet, everything looks like you've got your style. Like you say, people have come to know you for your style. And it's really nice to actually, I think they could put your pictures amongst everybody else's pictures. I'd be like, that one is.
But I think also the thing with the style is that if you pick a style, then it needs to be something that you're inspired by, you've researched, you're like, I love this. But it's something that can mold and change with you and change with the content that you're going to create. So I used to do lots of beauty, and now I'm doing a lot more lifestyle, day-to-day stuff. And that style still fits with what I'm doing now. If you look at an image that Kate Levy has taken, you're like, that's it. I can see that style. You can see it. Yeah. So I think it's worth sticking to something.
It is. It makes you very distinguishable. So what does the future hold for you and your YouTube channel? Do you think you'll be on YouTube forever?
It's actually funny. I've literally been asked this question so much recently, and I don't have the answer. Like I really don't. I don't know. It's something I'm working on, but I'm also okay not to know right now, not to have it all sorted. I mean, I'll definitely be on YouTube for the next. I'll definitely still be on YouTube in the next 10 years. I'm only 25, but I don't think I could do this forever. I think I would probably outgrow it. But I think I need to create something that is lasting. So if people come to know me, then perhaps they would support a brand. So if they're supporting my channel and I create a brand that is based around my image and the brand that I've already created on YouTube, hopefully they would support a business that I create. So that is the ultimate goal, I think, for most people who are doing this. I haven't quite figured out what the business is yet. I haven't quite figured out the business model. But I also think that I'm definitely sticking this out for the next 10 years at least, because in South Africa, we haven't even hit the iceberg with how much YouTube is going to change the game. Like I started early, but not even early enough, because overseas in the UK and the US, being a YouTuber is a very normal job. When I tell people now, what do you have enough, like, what do you do?
Are you okay in life? Oh my gosh, you're only a YouTuber.
Guys, broaden your horizons. Go and watch something, because but by the time that it hits in 5 years time, more people are going to have access to internet. They're going to be browsing YouTube as a casual thing. Like data, hopefully, cross our fingers, will not be as expensive. Which means that people can watch YouTube on the go. You can watch YouTube in a cafe that doesn't have Wi-Fi. You can use your own data. And I think people will be watching YouTube like they watch series now, because I think with Instagram stories and Snapchat and everyone being able to access day-to-day content and reality, like normal lives, I think they want to see that more often. So I've even found that with my content, where I was sitting and doing very stiff sit-down videos, and people liked that 2 years ago. Whereas now people want to see what I'm doing every day. They want to see what coffee shops I'm going to. They want to see what I'm eating, which is weird. But people are more inclined to see realistic content, something that they can see themselves fitting into. Like it seems like you could be their friend. Yeah. So I think that's gonna definitely take a rise in the next few years. So I'm in it for that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think if you guys have watched all the videos, I'm probably saying this for like the third time. But when on the day that you can tell what type of people, the audience that is watching YouTube, by the ads that play before the videos. And right now, it lets you know that a certain age and income bracket, or people who have certain affordability, are watching YouTube. But the day that Sunlight Green Bar Soap can advertise on YouTube, then you know that
everybody's got Wi-Fi, everybody's got data. We're good.
We're good. And you want to be around on that day. You want to have a good catalog of content, and you want to be able to give people good entertainment. And a lot of people are saying that YouTube doesn't have any like barriers or boundaries. You can come in and nobody's going to stop you. You can create your channel, and if your content is good, then it's going to last.
It's true. And weirdly enough, there's a girl on YouTube who, I think she's like maybe 10, and she just plays with her Barbies on the internet, and other children watch that. I don't understand how that's a thing, but she gets lots of views.
I can see a stand. You're like, what?
It's the ability that you have on YouTube is literally endless. You can put up a video of you like cleaning your house and people would love it. They would love
Actually, there is a YouTuber that I watch, and she just had a baby, and she literally does like cleanup videos, or like at least once a week. We're gonna see her clean for the whole video. So we are at that point, definitely.
endless possibilities.
Endless possibilities. Okay, so now we're about to get into my favorite part, and I hope it's your favorite part as well. We're about to get into your 5 tips or lessons that you'd like to share with everybody watching today. So get out your pen and paper, or if you want, download the cheat sheet and you can write the note that you need to learn. So let's get into it.
So I think my first tip would be to be consistent. I think there's a big gap in the South African YouTube market for consistency. I think there are amazing South African YouTubers who are creating beautiful content, but there are not many that are doing it consistently. So there's definitely a gap in the market for someone who's gonna, upload 3 to 5 videos a week, 7 videos a week, whatever it is. Just be consistent with whatever you create, because people, if you think about it, if there's a series that you love, you want to know that it's going to come out every single Monday and Thursday, and you're going to watch it religiously. It's the same with YouTube. I think when people latch onto a person or a brand, then they want to know when they can get content, and they want to know that it's going to be released consistently. So I think that's a good tip. Like, take that. If you're going to take anything, take that one.
Take it. Yeah, I think, look, it's definitely a tip that is, like you said, if you have a good series that you want to watch, you want to know that at Tuesday at 3, it's going to come out. I'm going to find it if I log on to YouTube on this day. Can you imagine, and I mean, you have your Casey Neistats, you have your Fun for Louise, and people who are daily vlogging, daily. And the day that we can actually find South Africans who are as consistent is the day when somebody finds extreme success, definitely.
Yeah, I think we're definitely heading in that direction. So it's worth setting yourself up now. So if you decide, I'm going to start YouTube, don't say I'm going to do 1 video this week, and then like in 3 weeks time I'll do another video. No. There are people who are being consistent and they're seeing success in that. So if you want this to be something that's going to work and it's going to work for you, then you've got to make sure that you put in the time, because literally the day that there's someone that puts up a new video every single day, I will watch that person purely out of interest and out of support of that, because that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's really consistent.
Purely out of respect. Purely out of, I respect you for the fact that you are able to do this every day.
I will watch every ad before your video because you are working hard.
Nice. I like that.
And then I think number 2 would be just to be different. There are a lot of people who are doing the same thing. Like we were just saying, there's someone on the internet that's playing with Barbies and people are watching that. Definitely, I think there's a lot of content creators, but there's a space for something new. So if you have an idea and you haven't seen anyone do it, then flip and do it, and do it well. But I think being different is something that people are looking for. They don't want to watch, or they don't want to see content that is the same. So if you are writing about or doing reviews on books, there's no one in South Africa that is doing book reviews.
Like an online book club.
Someone who's literally just like someone who loves reading, right?
Yeah.
They really love it. And every single week they put up a book review, 1 book a week.
That would be amazing. Yeah. With the funny thing is, when you get onto YouTube, you kind of look for people who are kind of doing the same thing as you, just so that you don't feel like you're about to do something stupid.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, but people don't actually realize that if you're different, it's actually a good thing.
Yeah. There's less people doing what you're doing, which means you're going to get a bigger following, maybe not right in the beginning, but that's really not the biggest deal. If you have a core following of even if it's 15 bloody people that watch your video every single week, that will slowly increase. So you're not automatically going to get thousands of views the first video that you upload. For the most part, I don't think that would happen. But it pays to be the minority sometimes. So if you're the only person in South Africa doing book reviews, then do it well, be consistent, and people will if you have a good personality, I think that helps as well.
Yeah, definitely. Don't be scared to do what you want to do, especially if it's different. Do it, because that if it's different, we need you. Basically.
Yes, 100%. We need people. We need some different people. And then I think another thing, and this is something that I have had to do a lot, and I think a lot of people have stopped doing, but it's worth it, is constantly challenging yourself, because you can't just be secure in, especially because the African YouTube market is so small, that if you have your space, you can just, you can know that you have a certain amount of following, you've done a certain amount of content, you are consistently doing that every single week, every single month, and you know people are going to always follow you. But for me, that's just not enough. You need to be pushing the envelope, trying something new. Not everything is going to work out. Not everything is going to be a success. But I think that if there's one thing that's a success, or maybe there's 10 things, because if you're pushing yourself constantly, people can see that. And I think that people are drawn to someone that is driven and that is working for success, but also that is doing it with people alongside them. Because I think that with YouTube, people feel like they're your friend, like they can relate to you. So they feel like they've got this person who's encouraging them to do more, and who's also pushing through tough things, or, you know, like not every day is amazing, but you get to see that as their viewer or their friend. So constantly challenging yourself is something that people need to be doing a lot more. I need to do that a lot more as well, to be honest.
When you started to include more vlogs onto your channel, like how did your audience react to that? And I mean, was it challenging for you, or was it like a good, easy transition?
It was actually really challenging for me, because I think with my beauty videos, I could always put on this very fresh face and talk about products. I'm not talking about myself. I'm not talking about my life. I'm not showing friends, family. I'm not showing any of that kind of stuff. So doing vlogs, I think, or daily vlogs, and showing people my life and my home even, because there's things that I hate about my house, but people see it. And there's a certain level of vulnerability that you have to enter into to start doing vlogging and letting people into your home, thousands of people into your home, into your marriage, into your life, and they don't dictate to me. But it was a huge step for me, and I didn't know if this is something real. Like, I didn't know if I had like enough personality for a vlog. I didn't know if people would like my personality, because I know I'm not someone that everyone's gonna like, and I'm literally totally okay with that. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but for people that do like me, they do, and that's good enough. So I thought that there would be a lot more people that were like, oh, I thought you were different. Bring back the beauty stuff. Like, I don't like you. You're actually a really horrible person. That's what went through my mind when I was starting to vlog. But I got great feedback. People were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know how much it took to actually create YouTube videos, or I enjoyed seeing your life and your day and how you interact with your husband and things like that. I think that's, like I said, people want to know you as a person. They don't really, I can write in my blog about a lipstick that I love.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the same as doing a video, just a little bit longer.
Yeah. That's really nice though. And I think a lot of people actually go through that. I know one thing that the clients that I have in terms of like the consultant that I do for them, the one thing, especially females, is like the thoughts that go through your head before you start something. And you pushed through that and you did it. And on the other side, it was actually a really good response. And I'm sure you're very happy that you actually decided to just publish on something new.
Totally. Like, now I do more vlogs than anything else, and people keep coming back for it. So
I'm not complaining. I will not lie. I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of beauty, South African beauty YouTubers. That market is, I mean, there's definitely space for some more, but there's a lot of people doing that. So why not try?
Nice. Okay, cool.
And then my fourth tip is to stop comparing yourself to other people. I'm trying to teach myself this. So I think it's a good tip for people who are starting out. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, if you're thinking about getting into this industry, stop looking to the left or the right. If you have something that you would like to do, then put your all into it. And you can't run your race successfully if you are constantly looking around at everyone else. I mean, it's one thing to take inspiration and to constructively do some constructive criticism, that's one thing, but to constantly be on Instagram or on YouTube and comparing your life and your goals and where you are compared to where someone else is, it's definitely going to get you down, and you probably won't get past the first year of being on YouTube, because there's people who have a lot more views, a lot more subscribers, they seem a lot more successful and they have things together, but you're probably comparing the start of your race to someone's like highlight reel on the end of their race, and it's just not worth it. It's going to get you down. So just cut it out. Just say no.
Yeah, definitely. It's so easy to compare yourself to someone else. It's so easy to, it's so easy, especially like we live in a world where comparisons are so easy to do, whether it's on Instagram, on YouTube, or whatever. It's for example, one easy way to compare yourself to people and get sad about it is, for example, a brand sends everyone gifts and you don't get one, and you're like, oh,
I don't understand.
I don't understand. And it's,
I do more work, or like what? I mean, what, that person has less followers, or it's just, you can constantly do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's no reflection on you. Everybody, like you said, is on their own journey, and they are at different points of their journey. And at the same time, you also have things that work for you. So don't compare yourself. It's not good for you mentally and for your happiness as well.
Yeah, totally. My final tip is probably not a conventional one. It's more to just give yourself some grace. So give yourself a break every now and then. Learn to relax. Learn to not take everything so seriously. Because it's online, because you know that people are maybe thousands, hundreds, maybe even 20 people are seeing what you're doing, but it's not your family. It's not people who know you. So it's a little bit daunting, but it's okay to get it wrong. It's okay to not have 100,000 Instagram followers. I mean, I have 3,000 Instagram followers. It's not a lot of people, but for some reason, 3,000 still seems really exciting to me. So if you're not comparing, then you're like, this is 3,000 people that I don't know. This is exciting.
I think you've mentioned it before, that you don't have the biggest following, but you're busy and you've got good relationships with brands, and you were able to produce such amazing work. And I think that's one thing that people have to look at, and you're an extremely good example, is that you are busy, you are working, you've got things going on in your blog, you've got things going on in your Instagram, and you've got good relationships with the brands. And your numbers, I feel like if you look at the work that you're doing and the numbers that you have, you're definitely going to have a huge following, and you're able to do so much more than people who have a whole lot more, and that just speaks to your work ethic, which is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thanks. I've stopped looking at the numbers. My husband is a complete numbers person. He's analytical and he's in finance, and so almost every month he'll be like, okay, this is how many followers you had last month, this is how many you had this month, and eventually I was just like, we're not going to do this. And he does research for me, not even for me, he does it for his own sake. He will research other people that are doing the same kind of content as me in South Africa and be like, this person has this many numbers, so many followers they have Instagram, and I'm like, we're going to stop this now, because I actually just get down every time I hear it. So I'm allowing myself to just enjoy it, not look at the numbers, not look at the views, not look at the subscribers, but I'm creating content for myself. I'm creating content that I think I would want to watch. So hopefully the other people like me that want to watch it too. I'm definitely giving myself a lot of grace in this season of figuring it out, because there's nobody that I can compare myself to in this, in South Africa at least. I don't think there's anyone that I can firmly say, I really want to do what this person has done. But I can look overseas, but also it's different there because their internet connection, their Wi-Fi, their data, everything's different.
Yeah, completely. I love what you're saying about give yourself some grace. I think we're very hard on ourselves, and it's something that will get you down. One thing that you reminded me of is a lot of YouTubers, they don't know how to take a break. Firstly, they quit, and then next month they're back because they're fine now. And then another thing that they always talk about is YouTuber depression. Like a lot of them go through a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. And I think that what you said about not comparing yourself and giving yourself some grace, those are the two things that will help you to stay happy in this field.
Yeah. So if YouTube is your job, then take your holiday from 15th of December to the 4th of January. Why the hell not? If people want to see your content, if they love what you're creating, then they'll come back on the 4th of January. And you're allowed to take a break. You're allowed to go overseas for a holiday. Yeah,
you're allowed to have those moments to yourself, especially if you're a vlogger. You're like, okay, this one's mine.
This is my time. You guys can wait till later. Okay?
Yeah. And it's a respect thing as well. If you don't just disappear. Yeah. Let your audience know that, okay, cool. See you in January.
I think also sometimes it's nice for, like, follow someone like Lily Pebbles. She creates content. I love what she does. She's different to other people. She does a lot of like tech stuff, which I'm not particularly interested in, but I watch it because I'm interested in her as a person. And she took the whole, I think it was the month of, I want to say October off, but it was for valid reasons. And she's come back and I'm enjoying her content so much more now. So she was like, I just don't feel like I'm creating content that I love. And I'm constantly scrolling through my phone. I'm comparing myself to everyone. It's not worth it to me. I'm taking a month off and I'll come back refreshed. And I think that that's fair. But just falling off the face of the earth is just a different thing entirely. It's your job.
Yeah, definitely. I like that you said it's your job. So if you look at it that way, you're going to take leave and then you're going to come back and you're going to do better or refreshed. I love that. Thank you so much. I really respect how everybody comes on and their tips are so relevant and everybody can learn from them. And what I feel really good after this masterclass, I really do. As a YouTuber and as a content creator in general, your tips really do make me feel better. And there's some things that I'm going to go back and say, okay, cool. How can I implement this for myself? And how can I walk away from this better? And those 5 tips definitely made me feel that way.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I never really know if I'm getting anything right, but hopefully it'll help someone.
Definitely. Guys, remember that you can share this with a friend. All they have to do is register for free to watch this video, and they can also get the cheat sheets and the audio version of this. Remember that this video is only going to be up for a little while, after which you can only get the cheat sheet and the audio version. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this, and thank you for taking the time to do this, and thank you so much for wearing a red lip, because now I feel like I can try it. I needed it. I'm like, I know which one I'm going to try.
Full on you.
I'm going to go try it now.
Do it. It's worth it. Thank you for having me. This was awesome. I really loved it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everybody who's watching this, thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure that you share this with a friend and let us know what you think. I definitely want to hear what you have to say. Make sure you watch all the other videos as well. Until the next masterclass. Mwah.